What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, reviewing today Resident Evil 7. The two most powerful feelings a person can have are love and fear. These aspects of human emotion are what we constantly face as you sink deeper and deeper into the mysterious horror surrounding this game. Our hero, Ethan Winters, is just a regular guy trying to get over the death of his wife when suddenly he gets a message from her. Even though she went missing 3 years ago, he can hear her voice begging him to come and find her in the swamps of Louisiana. This simple beginning sets the scene for the incredibly twisted series of events that is about to unfold. The Resident Evil franchise has always made it a point to try and change things up in a big way every few projects. From fixed camera angles to over-the-shoulder action games, and now turning it into an all-too creepy first-person shooter. Capcom does their best to keep us off guard and afraid of what could possibly come next. Despite how different things may look on the surface, at its heart, this is a true Resident Evil. As Ethan explores this giant complex of abandoned houses searching for his wife, he quickly learns that he's not alone here. The Baker family calls this nightmarish place home, and they really aren't the kind of people you want to be caught by. Somehow they've been infected with a virus that gives them insane strength, the ability to regrow limbs, and no sense of pain. Not only that, but they seem to have a terrible hunger to kill. Just glancing around their property, we see the remains of hundreds of their victims. While it's extremely dangerous to stick around, Ethan's love pushes him to keep moving and to fight back whenever he can. At first, we only have a tiny knife and a very weak flashlight to defend ourselves, but by solving puzzles and sneaking past disgusting monsters, we soon find some pretty fantastic guns. Here we come to the thing that perhaps surprised me the most about Resident Evil 7. There's quite a large selection of firearms, ranging from pistols to machine guns and even a grenade launcher. What shocked me though is how great they all feel to shoot. There are many more kinds of dark creatures lurking in the shadows than just the Bakers. The main enemy we face is called the Molded, which are basically like your normal zombies, except for the fact that they have huge blades for hands. Taking one of these beasts down can be really tough, but with these super sharp controls, it always worked perfectly. Coming around a corner and being caught off guard by a freak would get my heart racing, yet with some steady aiming and fast reflexes, I could just barely land a nasty headshot and stay alive for at least a few minutes longer. During my exploration, I got to know these weapons well, but I also began to notice how good the first-person view fits with the new puzzle-solving mechanics. In previous Resident Evil games, you'd often have to discover keys, read notes, and follow clues to find your way to safety. That's still the case here, but now everything is much more hands-on. For example, there was a time when I couldn't figure out where to go, but I'd recently found a strange piece of wood that almost looked like teeth. As an experiment, I went back to the main hall where I saw a spotlight pointed towards a painting. By holding this item up, I could actually twist and turn it until the shadow it cast managed to line up with the picture, which unlocked a secret door hidden behind the wall. Instead of the game just laying out what to do or marking things on your map, it gives you the exact right amount of environmental hints to lead you down the path on your own, which makes each new area we reach all the more satisfying. Resident Evil 7 really rewards you for being curious and checking stuff out without being asked. In every section of the map, there are collectibles tucked away in corners that can be smashed for achievements and coins that can be gathered to be spent at the store. That may be a bit surprising, but yes, there is in fact a shop. It's pretty basic, but it lets you upgrade your health, reload speed, and buy slightly better guns. In a way, this store sums up the way this game functions on so many levels. Resident Evil 7 just takes the coolest elements from the series' history and adds a nice little twist to make things different. With all it does correctly though, it is held back by one very bad flaw. If you want any details on the backstory, you need to track down these VHS tapes. By taking them to a TV, you can play through chapters that show us what happened to other people who have been trapped here. This concept is smart because it essentially lets us enjoy a more active role in important plot points rather than just giving us boring cutscenes. Here's the issue. These events just reuse huge chunks of the map without changing anything. When you watch a tape of a person hiding out in a boathouse and solving puzzles, that just means you're about to go there yourself and solve the exact same puzzles all over again. It unfortunately makes it so that if you want to see the full story, you have to see a lot of the game twice in one playthrough. Other than this one annoying facet of the game, it's hard to deny that this project is really fun to play. With its scary new monsters, cool boss fights, and hardcore guns, this is something that'll keep you very entertained if you're not too terrified to beat it. Okay, so we've heard some good and some bad, but let's head over to the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Resident Evil 7 an 8.5 out of 10. After beating this game 3 times now, I'm still impressed by how well Capcom made this new style of gameplay work. I never would have imagined that this series would function so well as a first-person shooter, but they managed to pull it off brilliantly. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. This has been DreamcastGuy with another review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming! Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.